She's always been that player that hits it really close and has great proximity, but now she's been able to capitalize. It's been shown from all her wins.
Oh, that was such good pace, and missed it on the opposite side of Nasa. But you're right, Amelia, that is, it was so easy to talk about Nelly's.
Heels cross on the tee, but it's actually quite into. Playing 15 yards downhill, this one right at the flag.
Well, and with it being so downhill, that's going to create so much more air time for the wind to really mess with it. That one goes long into that back bunker, but after they saw
through two, her second at the par 3.
And her approach shot landed just on the back part of the green, so she was in between clubs, went with the longer shot because of the penalty area front, and now is faced with this very difficult shot. It is rolling only quicker. This is going to go in the penalty area. Wow. Oh, it hit a sprinkler head. Oh, but that just made it worse.
Oh.
Wow.
I was actually kind of surprised. It looked like she was taking less, like I would thought it would have been like a lob wedge or something really to hit it up high and get it try to stop, but she kind of looked like she hit more of a bump and run out of, or a lower flighted shot out of there, and had so much release on the ball.
Nelly tried to go for a flatter lie, but still off of a slight downslope.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's interesting, Nelly and Jason were talking about hitting a bump and run up that slope. You have to be extremely precise if you're going to try and do that. It felt like that was just compounding a mistake. That's got to go.
Oh my goodness.
No. Oh my goodness. This is potentially the end of her chase for a national championship.
I mean, I can't almost believe what we're seeing. This is where you wish that it was match play. This feels a little tin cuppy right now. She just keeps hitting it like dropping it in the same spot. And I mean, she's dropped now. This will be her 3rd attempt at the exact same shot.
Line 7, hitting 8.
At this point, I'd have Jason start looking for those golf balls. I don't know how many golf balls she brought with her, but.
This for a 9.
Not an easy putt as well. Downhill, breaking from right to left.
And not in yet.
And even with how fast she is, I mean, she didn't even have, Jason help her look at that line. She really didn't take very much time to read it.
Back at Lancaster Country Club, Nelly Korda 2nd at the par 5 13th.
These next 15 holes for Nelly are going to be the biggest test of resilience, perseverance, self-talk. This one's headed to the right. There's OB on the right side. Nelly's made 2 par putts on the last 2 holes of this distance. So she's settling back into her round. This one breaking left to right.
Oh.
She usually does such a good job of really staying down through the ball, keeping her body still, her head still.
And that's kind of the energy out here. Taking less than driver, about a 200-yard shot to stay clear of short of all the bunkers. That was an interesting play, trying to get past the first bunker. That's going to be in between the 2 on the left, out of the rough. Always good to play more out to the right just because of the speed of these greens. That's also going to miss low, but a great effort. Probably never done that in a tournament before, let alone doing that as a world #1. Wind has picked up a bit on this par 3, trying to draw this one, but it's not.
And more stress.
For to trust that start line.
And a bad day is just getting worse.
And I really think she hit that where she wanted. That looked like a really good stroke where we saw on 15, she just kind of stood up out of it.
Very difficult to make putts as a result, but Nelly being up the hill, putting below the flag, she can give this one some pace.
Did she hit it high enough?
Going to stay 12 shots out of the lead.
Then just putting her hands in her face and just asking herself, what is going on? It's interesting. I watched her warm up with her swing coach, Jamie Mulligan, and she was very focused on her ball striking, wasn't happy with her driver in warm up. And it just seemed like during the warm up that she
Nelly leaning a little left.
Yeah, so scenic, being able to.
Four.
Well, it's just, Amelia was saying that she looked like she was struggling with her driver on the driving range.
you never just want to punch out when you're so far off the lead, but there's really no way. It was going to be almost guaranteed into the penalty area if she tried to go for it.
Well, and that's what Jason was saying. He's like, just, in my opinion, just hit it, 40 yards, 30 yards, and
has in store following that birdie and great par save.
That's a good one too.
The gallery member liked it, but Nelly did not.
Inside the cup, just got to trust the start line. Likely an 8 or 9 iron for Nelly.
Asking it to sit. Careful now.
She just hasn't had that kind of momentum. Anytime she's gotten it, she's retracted with a bogey.
And it's going to be another drop shot for Nelly. "13 shots."
That was what I noticed at the beginning of the round. After she had that 10, she really was speeding through her putts. She wasn't bringing Jason in, but it seems on this back 9, she has to, to kind of stepped, taken a little bit of a breather, slowed down a little bit, brought Jason in to help read putts. And even though that one did not go in, it seemed like she was just taking her time a little bit more than she did on the front 9.